Good morning. Hello, world. How are you? Happy Tuesday. Kelly, are you having a great day?
I'm having a great day. So, I don't know if you guys noticed or not, but on
Boom.
October 4th, 2021, the world ended. Facebook was down for like 8 hours. So, Crystal and I have been talking about moving back to YouTube, where everything started. Well, really, it started on Google Plus, but then that was piped into YouTube.
And YouTube was an accident, but it was great. Well, then we know what happened to Google Plus, and then we just kind of started putting all of our training eggs in the Facebook basket, and we've been talking for a while. This really yesterday was a nice little haha, but this is a conversation we've been having.
Yeah, I mean, it took what? 3 weeks to get verified enough over on YouTube to be able to go live on YouTube. So it's just a coincidence that this is happening now after everything with yesterday. But it is a big eye opener. We tell you guys all the time, you can't rely on somebody else's platform to build your business. And here we are relying on somebody else's platform to build our business.
Well, and here's the thing. It's time that we get back over here. People are on YouTube. We know that it's the #2 search engine. We need to be here answering answering the blog questions, the online influencer questions. And so here we are. We've needed to be here for a while, and we know that, and now we're here. So
depending on where you're watching this from, because thanks to StreamYard, there's a link somewhere. Tells you what we're using. Thanks to StreamYard, we can go live at both locations. So here we are in our free Facebook group. Hi! But we're also on our brand spanking new, don't even have a cover photo YouTube channel.
Because that's how we roll, okay? All right.
So today is the beginning of the month, which means over in our Influencer Society, there's a back door. There's a link that talks about site speed. And if you go to that, you scroll down to the bottom, you get a freebie and you get a tripwire.
Can I just stop you? Kelly never talks this much. Never.
I'm feeling great, man.
What got into you? Okay.
I'm feeling great. Okay. So now I forgot what I was saying.
You were saying that there is a backdoor link up above.
Yes, there's a backdoor or down below, depending on where you're watching it from, right? Because YouTube's is opposite. Where you can get into the Influencer Society. In the Influencer Society this month, we're talking all about sponsorships and working with brands. And we have some amazing people that are going to be hanging out with us over there. So you get to see what it's like.
Yes.
So here in the free group or over on our brand spanking new YouTube channel, we are talking about 3 questions you should ask yourself before deleting the pitch email. Right? If you've been in this space for more than like 2 minutes, you have 47,000 emails every hour from people trying to get you to promote their company for free. Right? So I'm going to stop talking. Because I've been talking the entire time we've been live, and I'm going to let Crystal chime in for a minute. Good morning, Facebook user.
Seriously, Kelly doesn't talk that much. It's usually me. Da, 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 da. And then Kelly's like, okay, I'm bored. Please let me talk. But yeah, I am so excited that we're here. I have been wanting to try YouTube, to stream this to YouTube for a while. Honestly, if we're being honest, I am pro, let's just do it all on YouTube. Kelly's like, I'm not so sure what we're going to do here. So we're hashing that out behind the scenes, but we're going to see how this goes. And I'm excited. I'm excited to connect with you guys on YouTube. I think this is going to be super, super awesome. And I'm so excited to spend this month talking about sponsorships because yes, Kelly, if you've been doing this for any amount of time, it's ridiculous. The pitches that you get and you're like, seriously, who responds to this stuff?
Right.
But there can be some golden nuggets in there. All right.
Don't just dump everything.
Actually, let me say this. About 8 years ago, maybe a little less, but somewhere right around in there, I got a pitch from a company that ended up being Bounty's PR company, and I almost didn't respond to them. And that turned out to be like a 3 or 4 year great relationship that I had for a long time that also resulted in me being sent to New York to be interviewed by people at People Magazine. Like it was the best gig. It was so awesome. So I almost didn't respond to that because I thought it was fake and phony because they didn't know who they represented. And it was just kind of like, I don't know what this is. What were you going to say?
Yeah, my whole Kenmore gig. I mean, I went to Kenmore Kitchens. I went to, yes, y'all. I had such a good gig with that. So
Hmm.
the whole point is don't just dump them all, but don't respond to everything.
Right. We don't have time for all that. But what we're going to talk about today are 3 quick questions to ask yourself before you delete those pitch emails because you are getting lots of them. We know. We know. We're right there with you. Okay. So, Kelly, do you want me to start or do you want to
Yeah,
start?
go ahead.
All right. So, number 1, is this a legitimate business opportunity or is it junk? Okay. If they're asking for do follow links, they are, first of all, unethical and you don't want anything to do with them. Second of all, that's not a sponsorship. Okay. A sponsorship is where there is a benefit for you in partnering with them. There's probably a better way to word
And let me
that.
go ahead and tell you, if you take money for a do followed link, you are ruining or potentially ruining your relationship with Google.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Since the bulk of my traffic comes from Google, that is not a relationship I want to destroy. Since 80% of my income, 75% of my blog income comes from Google, that is not a relationship I want to destroy.
Right. So some of these brands will throw around the word sponsorship because they know that it gets our attention and they know.
Or ambassador.
Right, right. So we see these in the subject line, or we see it as we start, we want to partner with you. And then you start to read it and they're like, we want a sponsorship. We want to know what.
I've been a long time reader of your blog. No, you haven't.
Mm-hmm.
You just called me Jane.
Right. So really all they're doing is being spammy. All they're doing is honestly disrespecting this space because they know better.
What's happened is they've been hired by some company who has no idea how to do SEO, and they're trying to get all these links in to increase their value or their domain authority, and they're just making it worse.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what's really happening. They're junk. Dump them. It doesn't matter. Just skim. Do follow. Bye-bye. I mean, if you know how to set up a filter, anything that says do follow, you can just have it go straight to spam. Don't even waste your time on that mess. It can go. Peace out, Girl Scout.
Number 2.
Oh, but we didn't finish with the number 1. So sorry, I cut Crystal off. I am on it today. Another easy way to see if they are spammers or a legitimate business opportunity is to look at their signature and or their email address. 99% of the time, a legitimate business opportunity will not come to you from a Gmail account.
Right.
Like they spend their $75 a year to have their Gmail account show their brand name.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's another great thing to be like, ooh, okay, this is interesting. And honestly, in your gut, if it feels that it's not right, it's probably not right.
All right.
Okay. All right. Number 2, Kelly.
But what about those? We'll send you free product emails. What about those? Should I delete them? Well, you're going to have to ask yourself more than these 3 questions because I don't know. I don't know you, right? Is it something that could potentially lead to more? And by more, we don't always mean flat rate spending from the brand. Could be an affiliate opportunity. Could be that this is a brand, a PR company that is super excited that you want to work with Dentine and it goes super well. So they also represent, Harrah's in Vegas. And so now they want to fly you out there for this big grand opening, right? So don't just poo-poo it. You have to really stop and think, is it something that could lead to more? Is it something that you could see becoming a long-term relationship, aka the affiliate thing, an ambassadorship? Oftentimes, most of the time, free work does not lead to paid work, but it can. There are times when free work does lead to paid work. So I want y'all to understand that. We have to start our relationship somewhere. So, is this a brand that you really want to work with? Do a quick Google. If it's a PR company, do a quick Google search and go look at clients and success stories Is this a PR firm that represents a brand that you really want to work with?
Right.
Right? Don't just dump and go.
Mm-hmm.
Is there an affiliate opportunity here? Are you trying to grow a channel that needs some sponsored content for other brands to see?
Right.
Right? So let's say you're ready to start working with brands on your Instagram and nobody will take you seriously because you have nothing to prove your worth.
Yep.
The brand fits and you could get it for free as opposed to having to go buy it yourself. And you can prove I am totally worth it. Then even though you might not work with that brand in a paid way, other brands will see it, reach out to you, you say I charge XYZ for that, and you start that relationship, right?
Because remember, everything that you're posting online, whether it's on your Instagram, on your blog, on a YouTube channel, whatever, it's your portfolio. It is an instant portfolio of what you do, how you do what you do, it's you, right? And it's an opportunity for the next brand to see, hey, this is somebody we really want to do something with, right? Just think about that. Always have that.
Again, with the whole affiliate thing, oftentimes we hear bloggers.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, to be honest, me and Crystal had this conversation, and a million years ago, we said the exact same things that we hear bloggers saying now.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they just want me to be an affiliate. They don't actually want to pay me money. If you have that thought process, what that means is that you're not delivering anything for the brand. Because an affiliate link can make you so much more money in the long term than a one-time payout. If you can deliver for the brand, and if you can't, they're not going to keep coming back to you anyway.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So, not always. Obviously, if you're working with Target, most people are going to go to Target because it's an excuse to get away from their family and their house for a little bit and stroll and look at all the cool things. I mean, it's Target, right? Mm-hmm. So it might not turn into sales online. It could turn into them going to the store, which you're not going to show. But for the most part, an affiliate opportunity is really good. If you can negotiate a flat pay and an affiliate opportunity, like you're golden, right?
Right. Yeah, the long-term profits. And something else we forget about with affiliates is we can negotiate that. So if you come into an affiliate opportunity a certain amount, and then you're able to prove to them just how awesome you can do and the results that you can bring, the conversions that you had, then you can say, can we increase this by 5%? Can we work for 6 months?
Can you start sending me $100 worth of product every month so that I have things to promote using my affiliate links? Mm-hmm. Hey, I really would like to do this with it, but I need the stuff. I know your stuff is pricey, mm-hmm. but I've proven that I can get you those sales. So thanks for the $500 worth of professional pots that are sitting on my countertop waiting for an unboxing video. Appreciate that.
Mm-hmm. Right. So there you go. Facebook user says some of my best affiliate income came from a free product. So just so you know, on the back end right now while we're live, if you don't have StreamYard connected to your Facebook, then this is how we see you. But in the group, everybody can see your name. But on the back end, we can't. So you may want to just put your name in parentheses while you're commenting, or maybe try to connect your Facebook and StreamYard. But yes.
If you are seeing this on YouTube, make sure to hit that subscribe button and the notifications so that you are notified every single Tuesday when we go live at 10 a.m. Central.
Right? Okay. So number 3, is it really a sponsored pitch? Let me tell you something. Do you know what annoys me so stinking bad? And it's number 1 and number 3 that really make me so often just not even open these emails anymore. I was telling Kelly that yesterday. I just ignore so many of them, and I shouldn't, because I just shouldn't. I know better. But it says in the subject line something that leads you to believe it's a sponsorship opportunity, and then you open the stinking email, and what do they want? They want a guest post. And not only do they want a guest post, they want to pretend that what they want is a guest post, and really they're wanting to push their product in that email. That's not a guest post. That's a sponsorship. And they think that we're not smart enough to know that. That is amazing.
I have free content for your site. Oh, okay.
Great.
Dude, do you have any idea how much content I have for my site?
Yeah.
You're not really helping me out. Thanks.
I used to respond with, actually, this is a sponsored post. Let me get my media kit. Now, I've gotten out of the habit. I've told Kelly, I've really gotten out of the habit of even responding because it's just like, it's so rude. They're trying to throw in do follow links. They're trying to promote their product and push it off to you like it's a guest post. It's not a guest post. It's a
sponsorship. It's an advertisement. They are advertising their paid product. Seriously, I'm at the point, in my guest post rules on my site, I literally say, you may not use a link that takes someone somewhere to buy something. It literally says that. If you do, it is now an advertisement.
Right.
And I charge ridiculous amounts for that. And the link is no follow.
Right. So when you open that up and you see that really what they want is a guest post, and Charlene, I'm so sorry that happened to you. She said that when she first started, she one of those guest posts, it was plagiarized. She found the exact same post on a dozen other sites. So that also means that you've got duplicate content on your site. Google knows that. Google sees that. That's a bummer. But here's, I forgot what I was going to say. Mom brain, totally lost my train of thought. But at the end of the day, this is one reason why it's so good to have a place on your site like Kelly was talking about where you have all of your guest post stuff. Then you can say what you're offering, what you're presenting to me is not a sponsorship. It's a guest post. And here's the link that goes over all of those rules for my site. And if money is if any links are being added, that's a sponsorship. So sorry. And here's some information on that. But it gets exhausting, guys. It really does. I mean, in one day, I currently have 196,000 unread emails in my email box. And that's because I'm not a zero inbox person. Kelly, you go through phases of being
I am a zero inbox person.
Okay. But still,
with that said, I have 505 emails in my inbox right now.
Yeah, and it's a lot to go through. And some of it, it's so rude. They are wasting time. They are wasting precious time by going on and emailing us these crazy things. Tell them about the offer that you got yesterday.
Oh, I deleted it. So while we're having this whole conversation, I get this email that says, I need guest posts. Please tell me how much for do follow. I mean, it's like 4 little 3-word sentences. That was it with a Gmail. I'm like, okay, yeah, delete. But I didn't actually delete it because we were busy. 6 minutes later, homegirl sent a follow-up email asking me to please respond and let her know if I was going to accept her guest post or not.
So clearly she was
6 minutes.
Clearly she thought she was responding to someone else. I don't think that she really was like, you've had 6
Clearly she was feeling the lack of Facebook sickness happening because that was
during yeah.
During our meeting at least 12 times I said, I don't know, dang it, I can't get on Facebook. I don't know, Crystal, just let me make a note. Or she would say, well, as soon as we get on Facebook, I will. I don't realize how much I use it. I use the Messenger a lot.
Our conversations are in the Messenger, and plans of what we're going to do with our business are in there. And we're always like, okay, well, we'll read back through this, even though we know we hate doing that because we talk way too much. Like yesterday, let me just tell you, yesterday I had to send Kelly a text message on her phone. She responded to something I text messaged her in September 8th. And she goes, no, I didn't see that. I said, Kelly, look at the date. That's for a month ago, not 6 weeks. That's for a month ago. And the next question is the one that I just asked you. So, misorganized, you clearly leave me on red.
I hate text messaging. I don't use it. Like, I really don't use it. I have Facebook Messenger. It's what I use. That's my husband asked for my driver's license back in June. My driver's license number back in June. I responded, why do you need my driver's license number? Are you coming home today earlier? Like, hello? And he's like, I got your driver's license number months ago. Oh.
Yeah. So yesterday it was pretty funny. I'm like, oh my goodness, Kelly
My
clearly.
inbox is 0, but my text messages are not. I end up turning that number off because I don't even care at this point. Like,
Yeah. My text messages are at 480 unread text messages, and I don't care.
right. Like, I turned that number off, so I don't even see how many it is. It's just blank all the time, which is why I don't see text messages because it never tells me that I have new ones.
Yeah. Well, the other day we were in a meeting and I turned off my Facebook notifications on my computer during that meeting. And at some point it's going to come back to bite me because I didn't turn it back on. And I only think about it during moments like this.
Oh, so when I do that, like I snooze it. Like you can snooze it for a specific amount of time or mute it.
I had to Google how to turn off I don't ever do that.
This is not what we're supposed to be talking about, but me and Crystal tried to go live in a group the other day, and in order for 2 people to go live on Facebook at the same time, if you're not an admin for that group, you have to use your cell phone. So Crystal is yelling at me because she couldn't get on. It says to turn my phone like this. I have my phone like this. Yeah, but your screen's not like that. Well, how do I do it? I don't know, girl. I don't have an iPhone. I'm sorry you don't know how to turn your screen on your phone.
I am a smart businesswoman. I run a very successful business. I homeschool my kids, and I have raised some these boys can debate, and they are so logical. I'm like, don't you turn my parenting on me. Like this, I'm like, 7-year-old, fix it.
So anyway, okay, real quick recap. Number one. Is it a legitimate business opportunity?
Is it?
Number 2, should you delete the free product things? I don't know. Could they lead to something more? And number 3, is it really a guest post request?
Right. Ask yourself these things. Give yourself the freedom to say, I ain't doing this. Or give yourself the freedom to say, you know what? I know a lot of other bloggers have talked bad about receiving free product and free never turns to paid. But you know what? I can see this long-term turning into something different and being a great thing for my portfolio, right? For potential other work.
So next week, I think we're going to talk about how to respond to the ones that you don't delete.
Yes.
Some things that you should include in your response. I feel like that's what we're talking about next week in the Influencer Society,
which is our membership group. So yes, so we have our membership group every month has a focus topic, which then is also the same focus topic that we talk about in these trainings, these lives that we do here. This month, that topic, Kelly said earlier, is sponsorships. And today, we don't always have a guest. But when we do, it's amazing.
We have an amazing guest.
Today we have Jenny Melrose coming in to talk about those proposals and the nitty-gritty of all of that. I am so excited to have her on. Now, the cart is not open to get into the Influencer Society, which is our membership group. But Kelly was telling you earlier there was a backdoor way to get in, and you may have been like, what is she talking about? Kelly, do you want to tell them?
So yeah, in the description, it says, grab your free resource or something of that nature. And it talks about site speed.
Mm-hmm.
That is a blog post on our site. We have free printables on or offered through, I don't know, whatever. There is an opt-in. It's called an opt-in. If you don't know what that is, if you get in the Influencer Society, you can learn all about it and figure out how to make really great ones. But you download the freebies, you put your email address in, and whoo, like that, like magic, whoo, a whole new page pops up. That is called a tripwire. Don't know how to make a tripwire? We tell you how in the Influencer Society. That tripwire offers 7 days in the Influencer Society for $1.
Yeah, pretty awesome. Seriously. So,
I mean, honestly, while whatever, do what you want. You could pay $1 right now and hear Jenny Melrose's talk in the Influencer Society. And
then spend the next 7 days poking around, looking at 3 solid years. Right now, today, we start our 4th year. We are 4 years into training over there. And there are 3 solid years worth of trainings plus more because Kelly's done extra. We've done extra stuff, whatever. But 3 solid years of trainings, and it's all organized by guide. So if you want to learn about Pinterest, you go find the Pinterest guide, and it gives you all the links to all the trainings that we had. If you want to learn about web stories, you go find the web stories guide, and then you go through that and learn what you want to learn. Our wheelhouse is SEO. If you really want to kick up your SEO game, you go find all the SEO guides, start digging through them, find the ones that you want to implement. See what you can learn and implement. We're all about the actionable tasks because we want you to do things that will move your business forward and not waste your time. We will never dangle a carrot in your face. We give. Start implementing, and it's going to be worth $1. Okay, it is totally going to be worth $1. And then at the end of your trial, if you don't cancel, you convert to a monthly member, which is $49 a month. Or if you didn't like it, didn't use it, weren't satisfied, you just cancel. It's fine. It's totally
You don't
fine.
even have to leave. We have meetings every Monday, and at our meetings on Monday, we clear out anybody who has canceled their membership. You don't even have to leave. So, I mean, technically, you could potentially get a couple free days in there because it's not Monday yet.
And that's how we roll. So I hope that you have learned something today, whether you have been a longtime Rockstar fan of ours or you are just finding us today for the first time. I hope that some of the things that we've talked about with sponsorships and the pitches that you're getting have really sparked some thought that you hadn't really thought about before in your mind about your business. All right. So those of you who are in the Influencer Society, we will see you in 32 minutes over there with Jenny Melrose. We're so excited. And if you're not in the Influencer Society, go check out that blog post, put your email address in to get our downloadable checklist notes, and then you'll get the offer for the $1 trial. Okay. Yes, Kelly and I are Southern. Y'all have a great rest of your Tuesday and go do something that is going to move your business forward. All right. Bye, guys.